Hi everybody, it's great to see you again and get a chance to chat you through a few of the updates that we've received this week at Community Pharmacy Scotland, so that build on Matt's video from last week. The first one I want to certainly bring to your attention, if you haven't already noticed it, is that the NHS Pharmacy First circular is now out, so PCA 13. That includes the service specification and the approved list of products to be supplied on the NHS Pharmacy First service. Can I ask you first of all to have a look at the service specification, because it has changed. It's not the same as the minor ailment service, it replaces that. So please have a look at it and make sure our teams are ready for the launch on the 29th of July. Now, based on the feedback we've been receiving over the last couple of days, there's a lot of you already had a look at the approved list. So we've had feedback on its content that the Scottish Government has chosen. It is for the Scottish Government to decide on what's actually on that particular list after feedback from NHS boards and from Community Pharmacy Scotland that we advocate on your behalf. So please have a look at it if you haven't. It's what will be used to begin with, and it is a working document. Once we've got some usage and some feedback, it can be changed after a period, and we've managed to gather the evidence of what needs to change, if anything at all. I would have to say a big thanks to Adam and the team at Community Pharmacy Scotland for actually getting dressings, for instance, re-included in that particular approved list, and also for pushing hard for its final production and the issuing out to you. So a thanks to Adam and the team for doing that. CPS has also produced a frequently asked questions and key facts document to help you in advance of that launch on the 29th of July. Those are available on our website and on the bio on the bottom of this particular video. Now, I mentioned advocating on your behalf, and CPS is represented on the Scottish Government's Remobilise, Redesign and Recovery Group for the NHS, chaired by the Cabinet Secretary for Health and Sport, Jean Freeman. Hopefully that shows that your input and expertise is acknowledged and appreciated at the highest levels of government. Now, building on that, I see from today's First Minister's briefing that face coverings are to be mandatory in enclosed environments from next Friday, the 10th of July. Now, I can see that will raise a few issues for pharmacy teams as you consult with and advise patients on symptoms and an appropriate course of action. The team here will consider that and get some advice out next week. What I would say though, that doesn't change the current advice of 2 metre physical distancing, regular hand and surface cleaning, and the wearing of PPE masks. Now, just this afternoon, we've received an update/recall notice for certain batches of PPE masks supplied to the NHS, and they may have been part of the supplies that came to you in the pharmacy network. So if you have an affected batch, they have to be disposed of locally and replacements ordered. Full details are in the notice, including the batch numbers, etc., and what you should do about that. Can I just reassure you, please don't worry about that. There is plenty of stock of masks and a rapid replenishment route if your pharmacy is affected by any of those batches. So please just keep an eye out for that notice and action it at your earliest convenience. Now, Matt left you last week with a question: which main Disney film character never speaks? And the answer to that is Dumbo. So I think on that note, we'll bring to the close the quiz sections as we go on and look at how we develop and interact with you going forward in the format of these video updates. So it just remains for me to thank you again for everything that you're doing for the communities and the people across Scotland. All the best.